When David Cameron made the trip to Eastbourne after the Pier fire in 2014, he promised £2 million to get tourism up and running in the town again. However, there's been a bit of miscommunication, the new pier owner claiming the Prime Minister told him that the money would go straight to renovating the damaged structure. MP Caroline Ansell came out this week saying the funds were never intended for the pier in the first place, so we went to speak to her.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite how that confusion came about, and of course Mr Gulzar at that time was not in fact the owner of the pier, and the Prime Minister did make it really clear on the occasion of that visit, just in the wake of the Pier fire, that those monies, that £2 million which came from the Coastal Community Fund, was dedicated to the town to support the town's visitor economy, its tourism, in the wake of that fire. The pier is really important in terms of the town's landscape, but it's one really important building among many, and there are all sorts of ways, not least in building new attractions and real more pull to Eastbourne. So my feeling very much was, speaking to people around the town, there were many ways in which they wanted the money spent, and I don't remember meeting anybody who thought it should be spent on the pier, which was privately owned.
So we've established that the pier owner won't receive any of the money. So how is it going to be split up? There are 7 initiatives that will receive part of the funding. A sculpture of remembrance will be built in honour of the Pier fire and the community response, costing £22,000. A history trail of the area to the east of the pier will be created for a total of £47,000. The only money spent on the pier will be repairs to the Camera Obscura for £65,000. The Neon Noel and Christmas market cost £137,000. Live information for tourists in hotels along the seafront will be implemented for £152,000. A rebranding of the Visit Eastbourne website and a marketing campaign total at £249,000. And finally, over half the money will go to a new restaurant at the Wish Tower, costing £1.2 million. Part of the funds went on the Christmas events, and I spoke to leader of Eastbourne Council David Tutt about the Neon Noel light display.
It was something totally different for Eastbourne, and literally tens of thousands of people came and saw that, and it wasn't just the people that saw it sort of in the flesh, so to speak, but we got really good publicity on TV for that as well. So it's people that will hopefully come to town in the future as a result of seeing that we can do some exciting things and different things in Eastbourne.
The intention of the fund seems clear now, although it remains to be seen how Mr Gulzar will look to recoup his investment. The idea of introducing an entrance fee was a possibility, but that was met with opposition. But the future is looking bright for Eastbourne tourism, whether the pier is at the centre of that or not. Andy Element, back to the studio.